Welcome to Monday, September 21st, 2020. Not much happening, folks. We're going to have a fairly quiet week of weather. Here we go into the last full week of September. We'll give you a smoke update. We do have a weak system arriving Tuesday that'll bring a little bit of weather. We have a stronger cold front due Friday and Saturday. Doesn't look major. It's nothing like the big cold front we had earlier in September, but we will have a bit more of a fall-like feel to the weather pattern by the weekend after what is going to be a fairly uneventful warm week of weather across the Intermountain West. As we take a look at the smoke situation across the United States, there's good news and bad news. This is a smoke map as of this morning. Couple of things to point out. Look at the Pacific Northwest. There's still fires burning, but that front did wonders to really knock down the fires, especially in Washington and Oregon. California's fires, unfortunately, not getting rained on. They're going to continue to burn. But look at this swirl. See this swirl of smoke here? Well, this is because of that low that came in over the weekend and the front. So we've got this band, this thick band of smoky areas right here across the central areas of Canada and the central areas of the United States with a wedge of drier air, better clear conditions in behind it. Now over the weekend, with the Mullen fire blowing up in the Snowy Range Mountains and also the Cameron Peak fire and also a fire near Steamboat that basically had gone, I don't want to call it dormant, but the fires that were in Colorado really got beaten down by that September snow that we had earlier in the month. Well, they picked up over the weekend as well, and that caused a regional smoke. So we saw a huge improvement in the smoke over the last few days here, which has been moving into the Rockies, only to be replaced by our own regional smoke. So it doesn't seem like we can win. But you can see in the western United States, while there's still smoke, it's not nearly as thick as it was a week ago, but it's still going to be around. Now, speaking of that Mullen fire in the Snowy Range Mountains, what I'm showing you here is a satellite detection of the hot spots. NASA has several satellites that help firefighters identify where the hot spots are, where the fires are burning the hottest. For point of reference, here's Rob Roy Reservoir. This whole area here is the Savage Run Wilderness area and the Platte River Wilderness area down here where the fire started. Fire got started in this area here above the A-Bar-A Ranch. The prevailing winds Saturday from the southwest drove that fire to the northeast towards Rob Roy Reservoir, the Rambler Cabin area up here. Heroic efforts by firefighters in this area here with aerial support to really bog down that fire and slow it down before it got to those cabin areas and Rob Roy Reservoir. However, with the prevailing winds coming in this way and lots of fuel left, there are concerns that the fire area could grow into this area here and maybe a little bit more in this area here in the coming days. But if you were to, let's say, go to a search engine and search NASA, F-R-I-M, NASA firm, you would get a link to this site. And this is updated constantly by satellite imagery that shows where the hot spots are. So something to pay attention to if you're watching a forest fire like this one or others in the western United States. Now let's take a look at how the pattern evolves. This is the jet stream pattern as of this morning. We got a broad ridge of high pressure. Here's the storm that came through in the front over the weekend. You see this little ripple right here? It doesn't look like much, but it's going to come through tomorrow and in the Wednesday through here. And what it will do is it will produce some showers and make temperatures midweek just slightly cooler. And this is by tomorrow afternoon. Again, it doesn't look like much, but there's a little ripple, enough to produce showers. We're hoping that we are going to see some showers here over the fires, and I think we will. It won't be a lot, but it will be some. By Thursday, we have a front forming here. Doesn't have much shape to it yet, but we're likely going to see this become a little bit more of a sharper front. This is by Thursday afternoon, but by late Friday and the Saturday, that front will sweep through, and what it will do is it will usher in some colder temperatures. Again, it doesn't look like a big front, but the weekend certainly will be cooler. With this part of the U.S., the Northern Rockies having the best chance of some rain and mountain snow with it as it comes in Friday and Saturday. This is the precipitation forecast through Thursday afternoon, so you can see in the Rockies and the high plains, it's not a lot, but there is a little bit of shower activity. Look at the Pacific Northwest. Well, they get wet again. So there's continued good news for the fires there. and better precipitation chances in parts of the northern Rockies. Thanks for listening and watching the Day Weather Podcast. Have a good Monday. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.